Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. I am coming back with another video. I thought today I would go through my third quarter empties, just a little basket full of things that I've been going through over the last few months from about July until now. I've got a decent amount here and thought I would just go through them based on a will I repurchase, have I already repurchased, please, I don't want this again. And it was okay. So let's go ahead and start with something that I've already repurchased, and that is the St. Jane SPF that came out recently. This, holy grail status, first of all. I have been looking for an SPF that checks all of my boxes for years. No, first of all, the things that I'm looking for are that it doesn't pill. That's something that I usually come across and have a lot of issues with, is my products will pill if I mix them with other moisturizers and stuff. This doesn't do that. It has a very light, very almost undetectable scent. It's very pleasant, doesn't irritate my skin or anything. I had another SPF recently that I barely could finish the bottle because the smell was just so overwhelming. The biggest thing on this one that I think is my all-time favorite is no white cast. No white cast, no oily feeling. I have another SPF from Supergoop that doesn't leave a white cast, but it leaves my skin feeling very oily, and a lot of times it'll pill on me. So I found that this just checked every single one of my boxes, and I already have a backup. I don't know if you can see it, but it's behind me. So I will keep repurchasing this. Such a find, so grateful. Next thing in here, this is probably familiar from my lip declutter video. I said I was almost done with my Fit Glow Beauty Night Lip Serum, and here we are. I already have a backup of this as well. I mentioned that I'll always have a backup of this, and that is definitely the case. So very well loved, just, it's amazing. So this one is getting tossed. Next from Fit Glow Beauty, something that I will not repurchase, but I did enjoy, is the Cloud Comfort Cream. I find that the scent on this was just not my speed, and I don't think it was any sort of like added fragrance or anything like that, or if it was, it just didn't mesh with me. But I didn't have any issues with it. I love the packaging. I love an airless pump. I think that's fantastic. Yeah, I went through it. I felt like it lasted a decent amount of time. Didn't pill with any other products. But yeah, just unfortunately the scent I think is a deterrent from me purchasing it again. It is quite expensive as well. I was lucky enough to get, I think, like 30% off. And I bought it during their birthday sale, so they had a bunch of free gifts with purchase as well. So it was justified, but I don't think that I would repurchase it full price either. So next, already repurchased. I guess maybe I should have gone through these in like some semblance of order of stuff I've already repurchased, but this is my all-time favorite mascara. It's the Victoria Beckham, oh, of course the sticker's gone, but let's see here, Future Lash. And I was turned on to this by Khaki Reviews Beauty. It is a tubing mascara, and I never knew that I liked tubing mascaras or even really knew what they were before watching her channel, but she always talks about the Thrive, so I had purchased that in brown, and I did enjoy it, but I felt like the wand was really spiky and I would stab myself in the eyes a lot with it just because I'm kind of haphazard when I put on mascara anyway. But the thing that I love about this one is that it's a natural bristle brush, so it's not that like hard plasticky one. And I know you're not supposed to keep mascara more than 3 months once it's open, so don't take my advice, don't listen to me here, but I find that even with regular use I get 5 or 6 months out of this and without it drying out or going bad. But again, don't listen to me. I know you're only supposed to keep it for 3 months, but I do like that I can keep this around for a while. And it's glass too. It's just very luxe. And I've already gotten my third bottle of it behind me, and I will not go back to regular mascaras. I just found that tubing mascaras work best for me, and it's a fave. All right, next, something that I have used ever since I was a kid for my Darier's disease, and something that I will not go without. I already have 3 more behind me because I usually buy the 10 or 12 packs when they're available, is the Dove Sensitive Skin Bar Soap. I usually go through about 1 or 2 of these a month, depending on if my fiance is using them as well, or if he's using his regular bar soap. Usually about 3 to 4 weeks I get a bar of these, and it's just standard Dove bar soap. It's fantastic, doesn't irritate my skin, washes off really clean, and I'll keep using it until I die. Let's see here. The Fit Glow Beauty Bakuchiol Body Cream sample that I got with one of my orders from Fit Glow. Again, I really like the texture, but the scent is just something that I cannot get along with. And I don't really feel like I'm super sensitive to scents or anything like that, but I just am not a fan. So I used it up, but I will not be purchasing any sort of full size or anything like that. Oh, here we go. An oldie, and I would say goodie, but unfortunately not. The Goldbaden MD Doctor's Scrub. So when I first got this, I listened to the directions. It says, gently massage a liberal amount of exfoliating scrub onto damp skin in circular motions. Rinse thoroughly with warm water to reveal fresh and radiant skin. No matter how gentle you are with this, and maybe it's because of my Darier's disease, so keep that in mind, and keep in mind that I have super sensitive skin with Darier's disease. I'm actually having a pretty bad flare-up right now, and I cannot pinpoint what caused it, which is super frustrating. So it's a lot of trial and error, taking out some things that I've been using, seeing if it goes down, anything like that. But this ate my skin up. And of course, I did what I normally do, is when I find a new company and I like one of their products, I feel the need to buy like tons of their products. So I had like 2 or 3 of these, but what I ended up doing is using it as an arm and leg exfoliator, and I felt like that was better. It's just, unfortunately, anytime I would use this on my face would just be raw. No matter how wet, no matter how like barely there I touched my skin, it just unfortunately just tore it up. So I will not be repurchasing this at all. But I do know that it has a cult following, so I do know that it works for a lot of people. So again, if any of these products I'm not a super big fan of are some of your favorites, please keep loving them. Skincare, makeup, everything is subjective. So I just unfortunately didn't get along with this one. Something that will forever be a holy grail, and in fact is what I'm going back to now, is kind of like a home base to hopefully heal my skin, is just the True Botanicals line in general, specifically the Chibula Active Immunity Serum, as well as the, hold please, Pure Radiance Oil. So this is probably, I already have another Chibula behind me, but this is probably my 2nd or 3rd bottle, and then behind me is either my 3rd or 4th. This is just a fantastic home base. Right now, while my skin is freaking out, I'm only using a spray toner at night with the serum and the oil. And I did that last night, and my skin, even this morning, feels better than it did yesterday. So I'm going to keep doing that for the next couple of days. I don't know why I stray. I think it's that excitement of having something new in your collection. I am subscribed to FabFitFun as well as BoxyCharm, so I get a lot of new products in, and it's always exciting to try new things. But sometimes you just gotta go back to home base. So this is another Holy Grail product that unfortunately I go through pretty fast. If I use this every single night, and it's not like it's false advertising or anything. I think they say it only lasts a month, but it will only last me a month, and it is pretty pricey. So right now I'm going back to it every day until my skin clears up, but hopefully I can get back into that every other day, so I only have to buy it every couple of months. But it's fantastic, definitely a fave, forever repurchase. Something that unfortunately was a little bit of a fail is the Necessaire deodorant gel, but the fragrance-free kind. I haven't had this very long at all, and it's already seeming to go off, but anytime I wear the fragrance-free, I don't smell like BO. I don't smell like the scent itself. I smell like something else has gone off. I really enjoy the eucalyptus. In fact, I can see the eucalyptus right in front of me over there, which is fantastic. And I'm already on my like second or third bottle of the eucalyptus, but I thought I would try the fragrance free just in case I didn't want anything going against any perfumes or anything that I was wearing. But unfortunately, fragrance free is just a fail. So I'm going to, it's almost gone. I tried to get through it, but it's starting to turn a little different color, and I think it's just time for it to go. Something that is almost gone, I think I only have about one more use, is the Indie Lee CoQ10 toner. I liked this. I really liked the spray on it. Sometimes instead of spraying it directly on my face, I'll just spray it on a cotton pad and put it on that way. But something is telling me this might also be irritating my skin in a way. I recently saw Lauren May Beauty talk about this in her fail, as a fail, saying that it was really reminding her of witch hazel. And ever since she said that, I couldn't help but realize that every time I used it, my face felt a little raw. Funny realization after it's almost gone. But yeah, unfortunately, I will not be repurchasing this. Luckily, this is something that came in a FabFitFun, so I didn't have to pay full price or anything like that. But yeah, I will not repurchase. But I'm thinking of putting another toner inside of this bottle because this is glass and this is really nice and heavy, and I really like the sprayer on it. So the bottle might be sticking around, but definitely will not repurchase. And then finally, it doesn't look empty, but it is pretty dry, and I used this for a while. It's the Kosas Airbrow in brown black. I like this, but I prefer Glossier Boy Brow, so I went back to my Glossier Boy Brow, but I'm glad I got to try this. Now, the clear one and I did not get along. I felt like it flaked off my brows. It didn't really hold them very well. I wouldn't say I have stubborn brows, but I very much appreciate the soap brow look, or at least just kind of like a more brushed up look. It doesn't have to be like shellacked or anything. And this did just fine, but I feel like the boy brow is an even better match to my brows, and it also, I feel like, holds a little bit better. So that was the end of it. Thank you so much for being here. I will go ahead and write every product down below in the description box, and I really appreciate your time, and I will see you next time. Bye!